Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this last day of spring.
That's right. Summer begins tomorrow.
Summer began weeks ago.
Sneak peek. Yeah, that's right.
We'll get all of the weather coming up for you in just a minute. But first, topping our news today, we sat down for an exclusive interview with interim Madison School Superintendent Lisa Quisted about the chaos in the communications department.
Rescue crews race against the clock to find 5 Titanic tourists. I'm Laura Hafley with the growing search for the missing submersible.
And in honor of National Pollinator Week, Wisconsin lawmakers introduced a series of bills aiming to keep Wisconsin green.
We need some rain for that to keep it green.
Oh, that's a nice place to be this afternoon, though.
Certainly is out on the dock at the Union. Welcome to summer. It happens tomorrow. Greg's in the backyard for the last few hours of spring.
Yeah, basically we got a few hours of spring left. It'll happen at 9:58 tomorrow morning. But overall, we still got very similar conditions we had yesterday, kind of that dry heat. So we still got the air quality advisory for the ozone until 11 p.m., similar to the counties we had yesterday. We might see that once again tomorrow and even Thursday, too, as conditions really don't change too much. Overall, not much cloud cover going on right now. Pretty much clear skies, as you can see, with a little bit of haze in there. Temperatures 85, but we got 90s to the west, 91 in Bosqueville and 90 in Lone Rock. Otherwise, it's 85, and then it gets cooler towards Lake Michigan with that wind coming, that easterly wind, which we've seen off and on. Overall, big picture, much hotter as you go further west, 90s all the way up into the Dakotas, too. So we're kind of, that east wind is helping to keep our temperatures somewhat at bay and not as hot as they could be. The one thing to note is relative humidities are down in the 20 to 30%. Once again, very dry. So it's a dry heat, so your feel-like temperature, or what we would call the heat index, is actually lower than the actual temperature right now just because of the dryness. Unfortunately, that does evaporate a lot more moisture, what's left from the ground, increasing the drought condition. There's your winds right now, 10 to 15 miles per hour at the east, like already mentioned. We should probably see that over the next several days continue. So this evening, we'll get back down in the 70s once the sun sets, some hazy skies, and that east wind will start decreasing later this evening. Tonight, we'll get back down very comfortable, upper 50s to low 60s with that dry atmosphere, allows the temperature to drop fairly good, so good recovery overall. And once again, summer does begin tomorrow. At 9:58 a.m., the summer solstice will be a hot 88 degrees tomorrow. We'll break down how warm we'll still get, and especially those rain chances coming this week, and if we'll see any severe potential with that a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thank you. We'll see you in a few minutes. For the first time, the public is hearing from Madison's new interim superintendent who started last Monday.
In an exclusive sit-down, Lisa Quisted spoke to our Naomi Coles, directly addressing some of the recent controversies in the Madison district. Naomi?
Yes, Susan. Quisted really came out of retirement for this new interim role as the district faces a lot of headwind for the behavior of its top spokesperson who's currently on leave. Tim Lamont was the subject of an internal complaint signed by multiple employees who alleged he bullied and belittled not just them, but also other journalists and communication professionals in the community. More than that, the district has come under fire for issues of transparency over the last few years. Quisted addressed a lot of that head on. She says she's here to set a new standard and build new relationships.
Those were my first meetings when I started. They are my last check-ins at the end of the day. We have work to do rebuilding. That is top of my list around rebuilding those relationships and rebuilding trust. And we want to have a workplace where our staff members and our teachers, our communication team members, value, respect, feeling that they're empowered, they have a voice.
Now, citing employee privacy, Quisted did not confirm whether Lamont is under another active investigation or whether she was involved in putting him on leave last week. But a message she did make very clear: she's here with a new team. They're all starting new with her, and she has expectations of how staff treat each other and the community.
Naomi, overall, what are your impressions from the interview today?
You know, I think that my impression of the team that came, and it wasn't just her, it was 2 communication professionals with her. And my overall impression, communicating today with them, communicating over email in the past, I think there's a distinct sense that they have some work to do. I think that they're looking to put their best foot forward. They're looking to establish the message that this is new, there is rebuilding to do, and I think what remains to be seen is what are the action steps that come out of that, right? She's clearly trying to set a new tone. What do we see from that going forward?
And she has a lot of experience with the district, as you mentioned, coming out of
Yes.
retirement to take on this role.
20 years plus with the district.
Are you going to be talking more about that Sunday on For the Record? Is this going to be your whole topic?
I'm actually, Will Cornelius guest reporting. So this is my guest segment. I'm actually out at a conference after today, but we do get into a lot of topics. We talk about her background. She has an extensive background with the district. She's been a principal. She's been a senior administrator. But we also get into a lot of issues of what's the staffing like. Staffing crisis has been a headline in the past for this district several times. We get into school safety. We're in the news. We see these headlines all the time of fights at the high schools, issues of violence. We get into that. We get into, again, we talk a lot about the issues of transparency that the district has had and her plan and some steps that she has already taken just in the last week to address that moving forward.
And we got to know how to pronounce her last name.
We did.
Quisted.
There we go.
All right, Naomi, thank you very much. Enjoy your conference.
We'll see you Sunday.
Well, today, in conjunction with National Pollinator Week, Representative Lee Snodgrass from Appleton and others introduced the Pollinator Protection Bill package. The pollinator legislators were joined by community beekeepers and pollinator advocates from across the state. In Wisconsin, pollinators account for over $55 million in crop production and $3.5 million in honey and beeswax production. That's according to the National Conference of State Legislatures. Wisconsin is one of only 19 states that do not have existing laws protecting pollinator health.
It's estimated that we would lose the honeybee pollination itself, just honeybees, results in $18 billion worth of agricultural produce in our nation. That's a chunk of change, and that's just the honeybee.
The package of bills addresses protecting and encouraging the health of our pollinators and their habitats, from the endangered rustic patchy bumblebee to butterflies and more. Well, the governor took to Wausau today to sign into law a major bipartisan piece of legislation.
The long debated compromise between Democrats and Republicans will send state money to towns and cities around Wisconsin.
Money which those local governments say is absolutely critical. Political reporter Will Keneally was at the signing ceremony today and has more.
We're here in Wausau, where the governor signed this major piece of legislation into law. Now, it helps all communities across the state, but it also specifically helps Milwaukee, which was facing bankruptcy.
To allow you the opportunity to give you the resources necessary to do those things for your communities that you deserve to have done. For the city of Milwaukee, we were on the verge of insolvency.
The bill provides some one-time aid to cities over the next 2 years, but going forward, it's set to keep pace with the state's sales tax, more funding for more economic growth. Other communities are expecting to see at least 20% increase to their part of state aid. And for her part, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway applauded the funding, but said that it did not go far enough, saying that the chunk that Madison will receive amounts to less than $10 per resident. Reporting from Wausau, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
But the work is not done at the Capitol. Lawmakers will have to finish their work on the state budget. They're expected to wrap that up in the next few weeks.
During the pandemic, Wisconsin received millions of dollars of federal aid to help bolster the child care industry. Today, a rally was held at the state capitol to urge that the Child Care Counts program is continued. That's what Democrats and Governor Evers favor. It's unclear if Republicans will support the measure. The program was not among those they initially struck out of the governor's budget draft.
We see our economy is on the brink, and it's because folks want to go to work. They want to be able to take care of their families and be able to have the support of being able to know that they are investing in their communities and being good employees and good employers.
And as Will was explaining, the budget process to child care funding continues at the Capitol.
Madison police have arrested a man who was reported missing from Thompson Correctional Center in Deerfield over the weekend. 34-year-old Thaddeus Bell was booked into the Dane County Jail yesterday afternoon. Bell pleaded no contest in 2011 to charges of armed robbery and was sentenced to 12 years in prison and 5 years of extended supervision. He was reported missing from the Thompson Correctional Center late Sunday night. Officials did not say if Bell had walked away from his job. Well, the Coast Guard says the search for that missing sub that disappeared in the North Atlantic on its way to view the wreck of the Titanic has so far not yielded any results. 5 people are on board.
Laura Hafley has the latest from Boston.
This is a photo of the submersible hours before it went missing Sunday with 5 people on board.
This is a very complex search, and the unified team is working around the clock to bring all available assets and expertise to bear as quickly as possible.
The sub is owned by the company OceanGate. It runs tourist expeditions to the Titanic about 13,000 feet deep. The Coast Guard says the submersible lost contact about an hour and 45 minutes into its dive.
The fact that they lost the signal 2/3 of the way down to the floor, that's really bad.
Last summer, OceanGate hosted CBS Sunday Morning correspondent David Pogue.
My dive to the Titanic only lasted 37 feet down, and then it had a mechanical problem and had to be hoisted back onto the ship. This entire industry, this adventure travel industry, is dangerous.
Among those missing, British billionaire Hamish Harding.
He always wants to go for the next thing that hasn't been done before.
The expedition began with an estimated 96 hours of oxygen on board, meaning there's enough to last until Thursday morning. The Coast Guard says it is searching both the ocean surface and subsurface for the vessel.
What would have helped is if the submersible had releasable transmitters that could have come to the surface, and the moment they realized we were in trouble.
Locating the submersible is the first step. Getting to the crew members in time may prove to be just as difficult. Laura Hafley, CBS News, Boston.
Also on board is a Titanic expert and 2 members of one of Pakistan's wealthiest families. The price tag for a spot on the sub, $250,000.
President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, has agreed to a plea deal with the Department of Justice. Hunter Biden is pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor tax charges, and he will admit to illegally possessing a gun while being a drug user. Hunter Biden is expected to receive probation for the tax charges. He'll have the gun charge removed after 2 years if he completes a diversion program.
What this indicates is that the Department of Justice thought this is where they could get an agreement. This is where they, if they went to trial, could show proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Hunter Biden's charges come as President Biden is in the midst of his re-election campaign, and the leading Republican candidate is facing legal problems of his own. Donald Trump himself called Biden's plea deal nothing more than a traffic ticket, and others say he is comparing apples to oranges.
Electric bikes have become very popular in the past few years, but experts say the batteries inside can be very dangerous. A pile of burned up electric bikes and scooters covered the sidewalk outside of an e-bike store in New York City. The FDNY says the lithium battery started a deadly fire that killed 4 people and left 2 others in critical condition. Tragedies like this are happening more across the country, and often e-bikes are to blame. This video shows how quickly a lithium battery can burst into flames.
There's a couple of steps there that we can take to make sure that we try to reduce these numbers of fires.
O'Connor says only use batteries and chargers recommended by the manufacturer and certified by a laboratory. It's also important to be present when charging and never charge while you're sleeping.
Well, Make Music Madison is returning tomorrow on the first day of summer and the longest day of the year. For the 11th year in a row, the city of Madison will become a stage with hundreds of free live performances throughout the city. Coffee shops, community centers, public libraries, and park shelters will all be jamming with different kinds of music that you can enjoy, make you want to dance. There are some special events also at the Children's Museum downtown.
They have a harmonica jam, which is backed by popular demand, where we're going to be giving away over 100 harmonicas, courtesy of our sponsor, Honer Harmonicas. So the first 100 people get to show up, get a harmonica, learn how to play. We're also going to be having a ham bone workshop here, which is a body percussion style that originated in Africa that's going to be hosted by Nidra Bobo Boyles.
Beginning in 1982 in Paris as Fête de la Musique, Make Music Day is about bringing communities together to celebrate the power of music and its importance in our lives and our creative economy.
I love this event.
Yeah, I do too.
The entire city making music. Well, a Madison institution is back after a 6-year absence.
It's grand reopening week for the Cardinal Bar in downtown Madison. We'll talk with part of the new ownership team about the bar's past and future when Live at 4 continues.
Kayaking is my thing. Running is awesome. But her moderate to severe eczema would make her skin so uncomfortable.
Now, I'm staying ahead of it.
Dupixent helps heal your skin from within so they can have clearer skin and less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It means we're committed to seeking justice for those injured by someone else's negligence. It means standing up to the insurance company, helping you with your medical bills, and getting you fully compensated for lost time at work. Have questions? When you contact Lawton Cates, there's no charge for our initial consultation, and there's never a fee until we deliver the results you deserve. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today.
This 4th, we're throwing a 4 for the 4th celebration with lots of top-rated 4s to shop, like 4 of my best-selling playgroup sectionals. Keep it fun and functional on my playbook, only $9.99. Or go with my highly rated Playscape for only $12.99. Don't forget my playroom, also $12.99. Stretch out in style on my 4-piece playground, only $24.99. With financing options to fit your budget. You guessed it, 4 plans to choose from. Join the 4 for the 4th celebration at Bob's. It's gonna be lit.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get Edge or Escape with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 24th and 25th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 24th and 25th in Spring Green.
Ryder Chips, just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry, call now.
Call 866 for Feldco. You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Well, welcome back. You've heard of shrinkflation. That's where brands start selling smaller sizes or less of a product for the same price.
Well, how about drinkflation? Uh-oh, Mark, you're not going to...
This is not good. I don't want to listen.
Some breweries in the United Kingdom have recently cut the alcohol content of popular beers. Some brewers kept the size of their bottles and cans the same with the same amount of liquid, but cut the ABV. Major UK brewer Green King cut the alcohol content of its popular Old Speckled Hen Pale Ale from 5% to 4.8%. A spokesperson said reducing the alcohol content had helped offset some of its rising costs.
Well, automaker Rivian is accepting Elon Musk's invitation to use Tesla's superchargers for its cars. Today, the Amazon-backed company announced it will be adopting Tesla's North American charging standard known as NACS. It says in 2025, it'll start building a pickup and an SUV with the NACS-style charging ports. But current Rivian owners don't have to wait that long to use the Tesla superchargers. An adapter will be available by spring of next year. Rivian joins Ford and General Motors in adopting Tesla's charging systems.
U.S. home building surged in May, and it was far beyond expectations. According to data released by the Census Bureau, housing starts were expected to slightly decline, but instead, construction climbed nearly 22% from the previous month. That is the fastest pace in more than a year. Low inventory in the existing home market has continued to boost interest in new home builds.
The rally on Wall Street cooled off today with the Dow leading the way. The blue chip index lost 245 points, closing at 34,053. The NASDAQ was off 22. The S&P 500 gave up 20. Well, they're calling it Cardinal Bar 3.0.
5 business partners have spent the last year resurrecting the iconic Madison nightclub on East Wilson Street. It closed in 2017.
The new Cardinal quietly opened on May 23rd, but this week is the official grand opening. Allison Lenz and Carrie Tobias are 2 of the new partners in the Cardinal Bar. Welcome and congratulations to you both.
Hi, ladies. Good to see you.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much.
Well, let's talk about the history of this bar that Ricardo Gonzalez started in 1974.
Absolutely. So this building was actually built in 1908 as the Cardinal Hotel. And when you go to a bar at a hotel, you expect to talk to a stranger. And when Ricardo opened it in 1974, he really kept that sentiment. And so it's always been a very eclectic crowd, and everybody got the same handshake. That was one of the coolest things, I think, about this place. And that's really what we wanted to do all over again.
Well, Allison, and also to you as well, Carrie, why did you 2 want to get involved in this project?
Sure, yeah. So I think all of our reasonings are a little bit different, which makes us really great as business partners. So I wanted to start a new business, a community-based business. My husband is also another one of our business partners. We really wanted something that was bringing something back to the community. And I think once the Cardinal closed, we really had that hole in the Madison community for music, for diversity, and things of that nature. So that was why I wanted to be a part of it.
It was really a gathering.
I gotta say the same.
Yeah, go ahead, Allison. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I gotta say the same. You know, we were old birdies ourselves. You know, we used to come here all the time. We've had some of the best conversations, met some of lifelong friends here. Was really inspired, you know, by the community that was built here. And I think that's probably the biggest reason for all of us for opening it back up again.
I feel the same way. I came to school here in 1974, just as the Cardinal was opening. It was the place to be in the 70s and 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And hopefully in 2023 as well.
So what do you have planned for the future?
So a lot of the same music programming, you know, jazz on Tuesdays. There will be a little bit of electronic music, definitely bringing back our LGBTQ community, some fetish nights, some drag shows. Latin jazz was always a huge thing here. That's all been back. Tony Castaneda is here. And then world music on Saturday. So, you know, your 15-piece salsa band, your Brazilian drum corps is really a great place to dance.
Something every night of the week. And June is Gay Pride Month, and you're celebrating that as well.
Yeah, we are. So we have our Pride cocktails. First of all, we have the Pride cocktails, and $1 from each drink will be donated to Outreach LGBTQ Community Center right here in Madison, Wisconsin. We also have a Pride event happening on Wednesday, right? Wednesday, yep. We'll have donations going to the Wilma Fund and some drag performances as well.
Well, congratulations to you and your team, and I can't wait to get back down there. And
we have to go back down and relive old history.
Absolutely. Ladies, thanks for being with us today.
We can't wait to see you.
All right.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, and please come back.
Best of luck to you both. Continued success. Thank you so much.
Still to come at 4, summer starts tomorrow. Time to fire up the grill.
When we come back, Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here. We're grilling steaks this afternoon, and she'll share the recipes coming up after Greg's First Warn forecast.
Get 11% off all concrete landscaping blocks from Menards. Check out our huge selection of landscaping blocks, including interlock edgers, that are now only 99 cents each after rebate. Keep a variety of birds coming back to your feeder with Enchanted Garden Wild Bird Food. We carry a great selection of high-quality blends to ensure only the best for your backyard friends. Get a 40-pound bag of wild bird food for just $14.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Get over
over 50% off on this sofa chaise right now at the 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Everything's on sale. Incredible deals. Up to 60% off list throughout the store, and up to 70% off on clearance items. What a sale. The 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
The history of your home is in your air ducts. Every soccer match, every game of fetch, every home improvement project accumulates dirt and dust in your ductwork, impacting the efficiency of your HVAC system and the air quality of your home. Combat the buildup of everyday living with a whole system air duct cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians extract contaminants from your ducts into our specialized cleaning trucks, so you dust less and your family breathes easier with cleaner indoor air. Go online to schedule your free estimate today.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
We'll take a look at this. Here's a big bear who is certainly questioning its life choices. Caught on camera clinging by its claws to a second-story window of a home in Colorado, fighting gravity while looking for the best way to get back down. A witness says the animal attempted to escape from that window multiple times before taking the easy way out by clambering inside and simply sneaking out through a window on the ground level. Probably.
Thank goodness.
Should have tried that the first time.
Yeah, let's hope nobody was home when that happened.
There was a dog barking on the video, so there was
the damage he was doing too.
Oh, I know. Look at the trim balls.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
That's a great video. Wow.
Living in Colorado, I guess you're going to live with that as well.
Yeah, you do.
All right, and we're living with hot and dry weather.
Yeah, it's not bad really outside. I spent the last 9 years in Nevada, so this is kind of where it's a dry heat, where if you go in the shade, it's not that bad.
Right.
Unfortunately, it does evaporate any type of moisture you have out there, which we don't have on the ground, so the drought condition gets worse. So we'll time all that, especially when we see the next chance of rain after the break.
Do you suffer from GERD? Join Stoughton Health to learn how the minimally invasive LINX procedure may benefit you. The educational talk will take place over Zoom on June 22nd. Visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events to register.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend. Haul or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease an F-150 STX for $419 a month for 36 months, plus get $1,000 Trade Assist cash only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
The new T-Box Savannah Dining Room with private bar is there waiting for you at Vitense Golfland. 2 large HD TVs are available for viewing, meetings, and casual gatherings. Private bar is available for any type of event. No meeting can compare with adding activities at Vitense Golfland. Enjoy indoor-outdoor miniature golf suites, and golf and multi-sport simulators. Add chocolate shop ice cream. As our sign says, ice cream solves everything. Infuse life and fun into your meetings and events at Vitense Golfland.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
Do you suffer from GERD? Join Stoughton Health to learn how the minimally invasive LINX procedure may benefit you. The educational talk will take place over Zoom on June 22nd. Visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events to register.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we got a nice dry stretch of weather here, but we're going to have some precipitation come back in the forecast later this weekend. But until then, really said low humidity values in the 20s, so quite dry out there, hazy at times due to some smoke, still filtering from the fires in Canada. And then we have rain chances, like I said, from Saturday night through Monday. How much, a little bit uncertain, or if we're going to have severe weather too. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Temperatures warm to hot, but once again dry heat, so you get in the shade, it won't feel as bad. We don't have a heat index. The actual heat index would be lower than the actual temp that you're feeling right now. And then next week looks to be cooler, back to the low 80s, at least the start of next week, which is where we should be. Overall, big picture, we have a real storm system, pretty wide scope one, out to the west, and then we have the other system that's out in the southeast. We're kind of in between it. This one out west is going to continue to send wave after wave to the plain states, but as it approaches our area, it falls apart every time. We're going to see that day in and day. Until we get to the very end towards Thursday, we're going to see a low begin to form right off in the southwestern part of Nevada and California. You'll see it right towards the end there. That's the one that we're going to be tracking after Friday that begins to lift north into the plains. That's the one that's going to provide the precipitation chances. If we go to the bigger picture, you can see by Saturday it's up to the northern plains. This low then tracks eastward. It's right overhead or right to the north as we get towards Saturday and Sunday, and then progresses just eastward slightly towards Tuesday and Monday and Tuesday. So that is the system that we're watching that's going to provide the opportunity for some rain. Showers and thunderstorms may be severe depending on the track of this. They'll play a part in there. Precipitation, this is just a preliminary number. We're thinking, like I said, a half to 3/4 in southern Wisconsin, much more further to the north and to the west with this system where they'll better fetch of moisture coming with it, and also some other energy with that too. Severe potential with this. This is all the way from Friday into Saturday. Now, there is going to be something we'll have to keep an eye on if you got plans out there for this weekend. Saturday evening to Saturday night would be the possibility that we might see some severe weather depending on the track of this. Something to keep in mind of. We'll see if that does pan out or not. Otherwise, for the time being for tonight, we've got that easterly wind continues, so quite dry as we get back into the 80s by about 7:38. Once the sun drops down, will actually then cool off quite rapidly with a dry atmosphere in place. So by the time you get up tomorrow morning, we'll be back in the upper 50s, low 60s. So once again, a very comfortable night with the east wind. You'll see a direction change tomorrow, more southeast, but still temperatures getting back up until we should be upper 80s to low 90s. Dry conditions will continue through probably tomorrow into tomorrow night. So temperatures going Wednesday to Thursday, very similar, around 60. Smoke right now, not going to see a lot. A lot of it's going to stay to the east with it, but we'll still see occasional hazy skies, but not any of that thick smoke. But still, air quality issues could be a problem just with the stagnant air that's overhead right now. So 10-day forecast, once we get 91, looks like to be the hot and humid day. Thunderstorm chance best Saturday through Sunday night. And then we go into next week, it'll be drier conditions. Temperatures pretty seasonal in the low 80s, and then climbing back up into the mid 80s as we get back to the middle of the next week. Back to you guys who are out in the back.
Yes, we're out in the patio.
Grilling steaks out there.
It's not bad out here, actually.
No, it feels great.
Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here. How are you?
I'm good.
Summer's officially starts tomorrow. It's grilling season, and we're making some steaks today.
No excuse not to grill because it's not raining.
That's right.
That's right.
Just be careful you're not on the grass grilling.
Oh, good point.
That could
it
cause
is a little
problem.
dry.
So what do we got going here today?
So I have 2 steak recipes, still kind of talking steak this month. So I've got a recipe using ribeyes and a recipe using strips, and then I've got some grilled vegetables. Very simple recipes, not many ingredients.
What are your steak tips? How do you get a perfectly medium rare steak?
Well, like here on the gas grill, I always grill medium to medium low. With steaks like this that are only about 1 inch thick, I don't do the searing method. If you get the thicker ones, searing is great, but sometimes I found I'll sear them and then I'll just leave them on a couple minutes, 5 minutes, and they're too cooked through. They're to our liking. We like a nice medium.
All right, we got 2 minutes here.
Remember your meat thermometer, Susan. That's your key.
Okay, that's the key.
Okay, so I did about 5 minutes aside. I just used a little salt and pepper, temp them, 145, nice pink medium rare. Now let them rest too. So this is a nice strip. So this recipe, I grilled vegetables right along with the strip, and I actually started my vegetables about 10 minutes earlier.
A little olive oil.
A little olive oil. So I got zucchini in there, yellow pepper and red pepper, and if you guys want to add the tomatoes, then you can add some fresh tomatoes, and then fresh mozzarella.
Oh, what a great idea.
The recipe calls for bocconcini, but I have not been able to find that in the supermarkets, so I just bought like the little mozzarella balls, and then marinated them overnight in some balsamic vinaigrette. A little more balsamic vinaigrette in there.
Oh, that looks delicious.
And yeah, otherwise you can find a little cheese like this marinated in the supermarket, and then the hot vegetables will kind of warm up the cheese and the tomatoes and melt the cheese. You don't want to put the cheese on the grill. You definitely put the tomatoes on, but it might melt a little too fast and end up at the bottom of your grill.
Steak is pretty expensive right now. I've noticed in the grocery store.
It is, and it's probably going to stay that way all summer because our supplies are low and demand is high. But you know what? If you go to our website, beeftips.com, and maybe if you're a bargain shopper, you're watching the flyers, and you buy what's on sale each week, we've got a nice steak swap that shows you like some of the more economical steaks, how to swap those in for like a premium strip.
All right.
Or a ribeye.
30 seconds.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We've got 3 steaks to talk about.
Susan keeps asking questions.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
Keep cooking.
So I got a ribeye. Now, this recipe on the website calls to do it in the cast iron pan, but I grilled it. But if you do it in the cast iron pan, you've got all your great drippings and brown bits there, and then you just deglaze the pan with some balsamic vinegar, add a little bit of butter, and then a package of cremini mushrooms. So if they're real small, you don't have to cut them up, but I kind of quartered them, mine are a little bigger. And then a little dried thyme. And then serve this with whatever you like. But this is just a really super easy balsamic mushroom sauce with steakhouse quality here at home, and buying the ribeye in the supermarket will be less expensive than going out to.
Absolutely. And look for the sales.
Look for the sales. Go to beeftips.com. You can also search by cut. So if you buy what's on sale and you maybe never made it before, go to our website, type it in the search, and you'll find recipes for it.
Great idea.
Angie,
Looks
thank
delicious,
you.
Angie.
Smells great.
You. You're welcome. You got it done. You got it well done.
We'll be right back with Consumer Report. Stay with us.
Are you over 60 and want to learn the ins and outs of the Madison Metro bus system? With RSVP of Dane County and their free Bus Buddy program, you can gain independence and explore more of Madison this summer. Visit rsvpdane.org and call to sign up.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care. A framework for living well. Windows to take in the beautiful future. And it's crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living. Built with the help of angels.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection. A name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection. A name you can trust when service is a must.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. Diets and exercise add to the struggle. Today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. With a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50% and keep it low with 2 doses a year. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. Ask your doctor about twice-yearly Leqvio. Lower, longer Leqvio.
If you're looking for the best way to buy a pre-owned Honda, look no further than Honda True. You get less to worry about and more benefits. Choose from 3 different tiers with up to 10 model years of Honda vehicles, inspected by a Honda-trained technician. Discover why Honda True means less compromise and more of what you love about Honda.
Are you over 60 and want to learn the ins and outs of the Madison Metro bus system? With RSVP of Dane County and their free Bus Buddy program, you can gain independence and explore more of Madison this summer. Visit rsvpdane.org and call to sign up.
New at 5, a historic local funding bill is signed into law today. We're in Wausau for that bill signing, asking questions and bringing you the details of how the compromise came about.
After a very warm and hot week, we're going to be monitoring some potentials to finally break that dry spell heading into this weekend with some rain and thunderstorms in our forecast. We'll break it down tonight at 5.
And ahead at 6, a heartfelt farewell to a hometown hero. Janesville's police chief is retiring. We share his legacy and hopes for the future tonight at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Miami. 87 degrees there, about the same temperatures here.
Who needs Florida? Feels like that in Madison
yes, it
today.
does. Well, sports, camps, sleepovers, and family vacations make the summer a perfect time for head lice to thrive.
Thank you, Debbie Downer. Well, we thought we were having a fun summer.
And then the lice show up.
But as kids gather together, don't scratch your head over lice. Stay calm, says Consumer Reports, and they have these tips. Here's our Shane Hogan.
Lice. Just the word can make everyone's head feel itchy. Every year, according to an estimate from the CDC, between 6 and 12 million children get head lice. But as annoying as they are not dangerous.
Lice don't transmit any disease, but they can spread easily from person to person, and their bites can make the scalp itchy and irritated, and sometimes the scratching can lead to an infection.
If a friend, relative, or your child's school or camp reports a head lice infestation, inspect your child right away. Look for tiny yellow or white colored eggs or nits.
Over-the-counter products like permethrin are unlikely to offer much relief because many to most lice are actually now resistant to those chemicals. And certain other prescription pesticide products like Malthion and Lindane can have concerning side effects.
Some studies show that a non-pesticide ingredient, dimethicone, found in products such as Nix Ultra and Lice MD, can kill lice by suffocating them.
One of the best methods for many kids is combing out lice from wet hair, as long as your child's hair can tolerate that. If not, also likely effective are prescription topical Spinosad or Natroba and over-the-counter topical ivermectin.
For combing, you will need to shampoo. Then use a lubricant like conditioner or olive oil to make the hair easy to comb. Separate the hair into small sections. Then comb the hair with the thin-toothed metal comb, concentrating on the area close to the scalp.
The space in the metal comb has to be small enough for a single hair to go through, but not an egg.
As you work, wipe the comb on a paper towel and inspect for lice. Keep combing until you no longer find any lice, then rinse the hair with water. This is Shane Hogan.
But otherwise, have a good summer.
You'll repeat the same process every 3 to 4 days for several weeks. That's because the eggs may still hatch for up to a week.
A good rule of thumb is to continue combing for 2 weeks after the last adult louse is found. And if your child has head lice, you want to remember all of the members of your household should be checked and treated.
It's more than I need to know. Yeah. Just shave it off.
Well, boys have that luxury.
Start over.
Yeah.
When we come back, UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff is here for his weekly visit.
He has the latest on the new COVID booster shot slated for this fall and how it's different from previous COVID vaccines. Stay with us.
There's a difference in a small town where family values still hold true. Welcome to the Portage Furniture Store. ventured back to Portage, and look at who we found, the two Ayers brothers, Austin and Aaron. It's good to see you guys.
Welcome back.
So how is business? How is life?
Business has been great. You know, it's been very busy, busy for both of us. A couple new kiddos in the past year. So no, but business has been doing great.
I know you really want to give a shout out to all of the people around this area that shop local, that choose to come right here to Cook Street to see the two of you.
Obviously, first and foremost, we're so appreciative of our customers, and there's just been such a strong sentiment to shop local, shop small, support family business. And I guess with the inventory, we've been very blessed. We've got a packed showroom, trucks coming in every week. We've really, we're running out of places to put everything. We're in good shape.
I feel like there's such a difference in the customer's mood when they walk in. They don't have that anxious feeling of, oh gosh, here comes the salesperson coming over to talk to me. Yeah. Why is that so different here?
We put a major emphasis on no pressure shopping. Our salespeople, they're fantastic. They're gonna be there when you need them, but they're gonna let you, try everything out, and they're gonna leave you alone and let you relax.
So all these years later, the big question is, there's still the Portage Furniture free delivery?
Yep, absolutely. Still the free delivery. Gonna bring it right into your home, set it up, make it perfect for you. They'll even cook you dinner or sing a song for you if you need. They're just fantastic.
That's that small, local, family feel business mentality. You can't replicate it, right?
We're the Ayers family.
From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Does our foam insulation work? Listen to this.
The power in the neighborhood was out for 2 days in 95-degree weather. My thermostat only went up 3 degrees, and that's even with letting the dog in and out. It was very comfortable here.
And her savings were more than the insulation costs.
If you want to save money on your power bills, get USA Insulation. It makes a huge difference.
USA Insulation.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on the Chevy Blazer, or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Spring into adventure and get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Yeah, so far we haven't any incidents. We just had one at the Old Sauk Road exit been reported just at 4:40, but so far no reports of any backups yet. Other things to keep in mind, even with the dry heat, definitely check that back seat because it doesn't take long to really heat up those cars. As you see, 30 minutes, you can be already at 125 degrees. Something to keep in mind of during these hot days, you guys.
All right, Greg, thank you. Well, this is a blended raptor family in Northern California. A baby red-tailed hawk was spotted in a bald eagle's nest. A photographer captured the incredible moment when the eagle brought the hawklet into the nest, likely as prey. The photographer began making weekly visits to the nest, and to his amazement, the bald eagles began feeding and caring for the hawklet, along with their own eaglet. The eaglet has been named Lola, and the hawklet is being called Tuffy 2.
A mother's love has no bounds.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Well, the FDA advisory panel voted unanimously this week to update the next round of COVID boosters for the fall.
They would target the biggest strain of COVID that is currently going around. It's an Omicron subvariant called XBB.
The goal is the new vaccines that will give people longer protection from the virus. CW Health Chief Quality Officer Dr. Jeff Potoff is back with us. Good to see you again.
Dr. Potoff.
Hey,
We're
guys.
still talking about COVID.
Yeah, every once in a while it comes back up.
This is sort of like the flu shot. They're targeting a specific strain.
Yeah, I mean, this makes sense. This is where we want COVID to go, similar to the flu. We have an annual vaccine, say, and it's targeted at the specific strain that is most common in the United States right now, and that's what's happening here. XBB 1.5 specifically is the most common strain in the U.S. It's an Omicron subvariant, and to target that strain with a vaccine this fall makes good sense.
What else do we know about XBB.1?
Yeah, I think, what we know about XBB 1.5 is that it's an Omicron variant, so really similar to the other Omicron strains we have. If we remember, the current booster has a little bit of the original strain in it, as well as BA 4 and 5, I believe it is. Also Omicron subvariants. So thankfully, COVID-19, the variants haven't changed that much in the last several months, which means folks that recently had COVID have some protection right now. But as we get closer to fall, that protection will wane. It'll be a good time to get a booster.
So I haven't gotten the latest booster. I just haven't had time. So should I just wait?
I think if it's June right now, maybe not a bad idea, especially if you're in that higher risk group, a little bit older, you have any comorbid conditions, to get that booster at this point. That doesn't mean that you'll be excluded from a booster in the fall, but what we don't want to see is people who wait too long, either between their last booster or their last infection. Their protection against severe disease starts to wane. They get COVID and then suddenly find themselves very sick, which is something that we haven't seen lots of recently.
Okay, this weekend I'll get it.
There you go.
Well, it's only June, but is this something they're doing as a precautionary measure, or do they need to give pharmaceutical companies a couple months heads up? I guess what I'm asking is, are we expecting another problem in the fall, or this is just getting ready?
I think it's a little bit of both. There's no way to know for sure if there'll be a problem in the fall, but with a lot of respiratory diseases, they do tend to have a seasonal pattern that gets worse fall to winter. Now, COVID's kind of broken that mold while we were in the pandemic. It kind of stayed present all year. But I think to your other point, the drug manufacturers, whether it be Moderna or Pfizer or some of these other makers, need to get guidance from the FDA on which strain they should be covering in their fall vaccine so that they can have it produced before we get to, say, September, October, and have it ready to go.
So maybe once a year, like a flu shot.
I mean, fingers crossed, but that would be all right. I'm okay with that.
Or both? Could they have a combined shot?
They could. They won't have that for this year, but right now it's going to be left arm, right arm. But someday it could just be pick one or the other.
Hope so.
You can dream.
You can dream.
Doctor, thanks for being with us today.
Good to see you guys.
Final check your forecast coming up.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Dancing, Craftsman, and Design for Best Home Repair. Dream, renovate, create. Visit us online to start planning your remodel, addition, or new build with the best today.
This 4th, we're throwing a 4 for the 4th celebration with lots of top-rated 4s to shop. Like 4 power recline sofas, only $7.99 each. That's a lot of power for the price. Flaunt your style with my two-tone Sonoma sofa. Relax to the max on Trevor. Keep it classy and comfy with Forte. Or power up your recharge with Rogue. Now that's bringing power to the people. With financing options to fit your budget. You guessed it, 4 plans to choose from. Join the 4 for the 4th celebration at Bob's. It's gonna be lit.
You got me. Tag. You're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
A historic local funding bill is signed into law today. We're here in Wausau asking the questions and giving you the details about how this compromise came to be.
That's next at 5.
Join the Madison Mallards on Pride Night, Friday, June 23rd at 6:35 against the Green Bay Rockers. Stick around after the game is over for some spectacular post-game fireworks. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of Madison Mallards Baseball.
Yeah, we'll drop down to 60 tonight. Very comfortable conditions. Once again, tomorrow, similar, upper 80s to near 90, but dry heat. So once again, if you're in the shade, it won't be too bad. Next chance of rain we're really eyeing is that Saturday night through Monday morning. That's what we're looking for, rain chances. Could be severe. We'll update you on that if you got plans. Something to keep an eye on is probably that Sunday night through Sunday time frame, you guys.
I like that 40 to 60% chance.
It's good, and we'll see how widespread. Hopefully that goes up as we get closer.
Hopefully. All right, Greg, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live, before Lisa brings from the Roost Company takes your plant and garden questions.
And CBS's senior travel advisor, Peter Greenberg, says this summer may not be the best time to visit Europe. He'll explain why coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on the Chevy Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Spring into adventure and get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Looking to bring life to your Wisconsin Dells getaway? Bring your family, bring your friends, bring an extra suit, and bring on the water parks. It's time to bring out your best. Your best driving, your best sliding. Hey, your best friend just passed you up. Ready to play? Bring your A game. Ready to eat? Bring your appetite. Ready to bring it to the next level? Let's bring it all together. Summer in Wisconsin Dells. Bring it on. Go to WISC-TV.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In today's Final Touch, in today's world of video calls, instant messaging, and cell phones, police in a province in India are turning to something else.
A relic from the past. Carrier pigeons. In a nondescript building in Cuttack, India, more than 100 Belgian homing pigeons are being reared and trained to carry messages just in case all known forms of communications fail. With origins in the British colonial area, the pigeons used to carry messages between police stations in remote regions and help to keep in touch with people with police units on the move. Messages are written on very light onion paper and inserted into a copper or plastic capsule, then tied to the pigeon's leg before released. Studies have shown that homing pigeons, known for their ability to find their way home over long distances, may be able to detect magnetic fields and zoom in on their destination from thousands of miles away. They can fly up to 500 miles at a stretch with speeds of 35 miles an hour. I love this story.
Time-tested method.
Absolutely. Stick with what you know. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.